Alright, welcome to the Flight Sim Deck, everybody. We're gonna try to do this again after yesterday's flight. So we're gonna go the opposite way. We're gonna go now from Raleigh to Houston. Yesterday we did Houston to Raleigh. So we'll start with cockpit preparation. God, I hate all these pages. Got the ground power. It is connected. So we'll turn the battery on. Connect to ground power. Verify the parking brake. Alright. We'll let everything warm up here. Hopefully it goes better and there's no crashes today on the sim. I'm not going to show as many views, different camera views, because I kind of think that's what caused it. Alright, so we got the ground power unit, gallery power on. We'll skip the APU start for now. Navigation light on. The logo light. And the left and right ground floor. Verify the beacon light is off. Nose. Landing lights. Get the overhead lighting on. Do the hydraulic test. looking good.
Monitor radar display. Go around. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead.
Damn, that's scary. NGX, you did it again. I believe you were the first one again yesterday. This is deja vu all over again. Doing the same flight as yesterday, just going the other way. Flying it back to Houston, where we departed from. And we're going to try not to have any crashes. So that'd be nice if we can pull that off. Okay, if you're using an air source, AP or external air, set isolation valve to open, set left back, right pack to on. If you are not using an air source, set the isolation valve to open. And those are off. Hello everybody on the stream. Welcome aboard. We need a flight number for this. We're using the TFDI livery, so anybody want to shout out a flight number? 4 digits. Or it can be 3, too, whatever. I'll use the flight number that you choose. First person to throw one out there. Anybody got a flight number? Otherwise I'll just pick one. I'll just make it 2007. I'll do 341 since you said it. Okay, I'll leave this checklist over here. Then we'll move on to, we don't need this one just yet. flight number 341. Damn it. I'm gonna go to 33,000 feet. Cost index is going to be $49. Next page. So our center of gravity, 224. Gross fuel weight, 107.7. And then our zero fuel weight will be 91.3. Cool. Let's see. Tune ATIS.
Raleigh Airport information, Papa 16170, wind 189 or dead warm, visibility greater than 20 miles, sky conditions 6,000, scattered 16,000, scattered, temperature 33, 220, 19er, altimeter 3005, ILS, runway 23 right and ILS, runway 23 left in use, landing and departing, runway 23 right and runway 23 left. VFR aircraft, same direction of flight. All aircraft leave.
23 left, 23 right. I think Active Sky says otherwise. Oh no, it switched. When I first loaded it up, they were doing 5 right, 5 left. Alright, good deal. So, looking at the chart, I Actually printed all the charts today, so I don't have to run any more websites. Whatever I can do to try to reduce the crashes. Definitely want 2-3 right. Hey, good afternoon, Vision Byte. Thanks for joining the stream. Good to get some more people. I know it's a Monday at noon where I am, so it's not like it's a weekend or anything. I think a lot of people are at work. Two, three, right. Man, I got so many papers sitting around here. Alright, here's our plan. Shepherd 2. I'm just removing that vector. I guess while we're at it, we'll put our arrival. So far I'm not seeing. Hey, Fluffy Gaming. Good to see you again. Link, there it is. Sierra Juliet India will be our transition. And right now we're expecting 15 left, 15 right. I'll put that in. And we can always change it if it's different later. So after Shepherd, it'll be Sierra Papa Alpha. Hopefully I have this waypoint in the system. Yeah, that's the one. Hey DP Nation. What's going on, man? How's everybody doing this afternoon? And then just one more to go. Oh man, I just deleted that one. Or no, yeah, it did. Damn it. Okay. Make sure that all syncs up. Alright, it's looking good. NGX Pilot says, for my graphics card I have an AMD Radeon 7670. How's that card working out for you? Alright, come on. Hey, I'm a new viewer. What do you think about the TFDI 717? I really like this plane. Yesterday's stream was a little rough. It kept crashing on me. I don't think it was related to the plane. It was something with Windows that would crash prepared. So yesterday's stream didn't go too good. And today I'm trying to do the same route, but going back the other way, the way we came, and see if it, how it runs. If it crashes, I'll probably end the stream because it just didn't work. I mean, maybe I'll try to reload it one time. We'll see what happens. But it didn't fare too well yesterday. But awesome aircraft. Well, I'll show you the exterior after I get these waypoints added. Hey Martin. Awesome, you have it for FSX? Yeah, there's only a couple. Qantas, Hawaiian, Delta. I'd like to get some more and do some old school flights with it, routes they used to do. Now, do you have any add-ons running with it? With the 100 frames per second you're getting? Usually depends on add-ons and airports, as I'm sure you know. JPEG. Actually called that waypoint that. Hey, the Cal VR Simmer. Hello, I am a GIA fanatic pilot. Thinking about jumping into airliners, maybe starting with the majestic Q400. Should I be scared? No, there's some great videos out there for you to watch that'll teach you how to do it. It wasn't too hard to learn at all, you know. Just watch a few different videos. I take notes. Sometimes you have to watch it. Sometimes what helps is I'll watch the video, take notes, go home, try to do it, and then, you know, there's still mistakes being made. I go back, watch it. You know, you actually watch the video with a new perspective once you actually get in the plane and try to fly it yourself. So, watch it, take notes, go try to fly it, then watch the video again and take notes on anything that you were kind of rough on. And that helps. And then just practice. One of the biggest struggles is just getting used to where all the switches are, you know. One more to add. Jackpo. And now so this is the full route. That we're doing. I haven't even started flying yet. Somebody dislikes the video. Asshole. Alright. Outside air temperature today is 19 degrees Celsius. What do I enjoy the most about flying airliners? It's just like operating like a big giant computer, at least with the more modern ones. I really like the 737-800. So many buttons and knobs. That's what I enjoy. It's just cool operating something that's so massive, even though it's a simulator. What's the wind? 4 knots. Cool. What do I like about flying so much? And why are you so addicted? This is like a Q&A session. I don't know. I don't even really know how I got so addicted to it. Just I went on a, I think really what it was, I went on an overseas trip to Japan, and I was on like 9 flights during that trip. And on the way back there was a lot of turbulence on the flight, and I didn't know a lot about airplanes then. So I went home and I watched a few videos on YouTube about turbulence and stuff, and it was a captain explaining it. I just got hooked. I don't know if it was just being on all those planes or what it was, because that was the most airplanes I'd ever been on in a 11-day period in my whole life. So I went out, got a yoke, and got a throttle, and I bought Flight Simulator X, and that was it, man. Started doing the tutorials, just loved it. I haven't been able to put it down since I started. And I want to start flying planes for real soon. I mean, every time I hear a plane overhead, I just go nuts, man. It's just something inside. I can't explain it. My dad started working for the airlines, not as a pilot or anything, but he was like started out as a ramp worker and stuff around 25, when he was 25, and I started getting into airplanes like this when I was 25, so it's almost like it was like a genetic time bomb waiting to go off for me to start liking airplanes around the same age he got into working around airplanes. It's kind of weird. Yeah. Just love it. Always got to have a window seat when I'm flying. And then just the whole simulator aspect. I had always dabbled in Flight Simulator, but I hadn't messed around with it in years and years, and to see how far it had come and what you could actually simulate today, I think just all that coming together just got me hooked. And then, you know, having a community and, hey, you're doing another stream? Well, obviously, B-Dog. Yeah, I'm doing the, I want some redemption, man. I'm not happy after yesterday's flight with all the crashing to desktop going on. So, to make myself feel better, I would like to try it again and see if we can do this whole route without any crashing. So, I'm not going to do too many camera switches, you know, different camera angles, you know, switching around through chase plane, because I do think that's what caused it. The last crash was after I went from the flyby mode back to the captain mode. It crashed straight to desktop. Pretty much ruined the whole thing. So, yeah, I'm gonna try to avoid that. Alright, let's get in here. Am I the only one that loves turbulence? Makes the flight a little... Oh, I love it now. But... turbulence is awesome, man. I didn't like it when I didn't know what it was, but when you understand what it is, as long as it's not really severe. Okay, got the APU air on. Fuel pumps. $420. No, we won't squawk that. 4634. And now the beacon light can go on. I forgot if you need the ram air on or not. We're about to push back in just a minute. I just want to go over a couple more things. I really need a better checklist. Oscar, hey! How's it going? Thanks, man. I'll check out your channel too, if you have content and stuff. Alright, let's see if GSX wants to work today. Oh, okay. Well, if you did, I would have subscribed to you. So GSX doesn't want to work today, as usual. It's very hit or miss, so we won't have proper pushback, but that's okay. Starting the right engine. I do like to fly it for a little bit, depending on the situation. I'd like to fly it up to 10,000 feet or more. We're starting off with a Vector today, so I'll probably fly it for a little bit. But I always like to do that. I try to also do it on landings too, if it's a clear day. Usually get better landings if you've been flying it for a couple minutes beforehand, rather than just turning it off at 1,000 feet. Okay, after start. Yo, what's up, Ross Gray? I don't know why my hotkey hasn't been working for the spoiler. And I got the spoiler arm on the same axis as the yoke for some reason. Our trim is I believe it was 3.7. Yeah. Man, I got all kinds of new people today. How you doing, Cypress Flyer? I need to live stream more often. Alright. Now we need to... check the rudder. Actually, I need to test these real quick. Yesterday, they were going crazy on approach. Make sure I can extend them all the way. You only want to go to 25. Am I using OBS? See, this is what it was doing to me yesterday. And it was hell on approach. I was getting the slat overspeed warning. And then the flaps warning on landing. There might be dust inside the throttle that it's picking up. Actually, let me see if I can calibrate that real quick, because I don't want that to happen again. Let's see. Got the wrong one selected. See how it doesn't go all the way closed like that? That's the problem. Could be the null zones, could be a lot of things doing that. And that looks good. Let's see. Just doesn't go to 40, and I don't know if that's normal. But I know you can land on with 25 degrees. Going back to LA. Set the flaps, put the spoilers, modify the stab trim. A380 is your favorite? I don't know that there is one yet, actually. Wow, none of my buttons are working now. At least that works. Brake don't work though. Well, now it does. I wonder what does that. That's fine. What do you use stream, and when you what do you use to stream? When you bought P3D, what did you get? Professional. Yeah, I got the professional license. And I use Adobe Shadowplay for streaming. Right now they're pretty good on frames. Depends on the airport. I really can't wait till the other planes start coming out for version 4, because I really want to fly the 737 again. Yeah, they're kind of laggy right now, these frames. When the 717 first came out, it was a little worse. But it's really not that bad now. I'm not doing that while I'm taxiing. I'll show you before we take off. Alright, real quick. I just don't want to miss my turn up here. I have the Delta livery and the Hawaiian Air, but neither of those planes do this route, so I'm just using the TFDI one. Obviously I wouldn't use Hawaiian Air, being we're in North Carolina. Could get away with Delta, but Delta doesn't fly out of there. Not with a 717 anyway. Do you fly online? Vatsim now, or other days? Yeah, sometimes I do. I'm not trying to attempt that in this plane. Definitely after yesterday, with it crashing. I'm tired of talking about that, but the crashing aspect. Yeah, I don't want it to do that in the middle of a Vatsim flight. I'm also just starting to get fairly comfortable with this plane. You should really know the airplane you're flying when you go on there. What's up, Evan? I like taxiing around this airport. You go over this little, well, it's almost like an overpass. Alright. Can you fly any route you want, or are they preset? Yes sir, Tom, you can fly anywhere you want in the whole entire world. Just like in real life, you can plan it the same ways. I like to use Sky Vector. Right now I got, I have the map loaded in on active sky here, so this is the route we're taking today. 3 hours. Alright, I don't need this one anymore. Before takeoff, we're at 5 left. Flaps are set. Brake temperature. We already checked the flight controls. Oops.
TCAS test passed.
Landing lights. Ground left and right off. Okay. Let's get the after takeoff ready. Alright. Alright. The throttle. Yeah, if you can see it a little better. I don't know actually if you can see it. It's 2 Saitek throttle quadrants, and there's a website that sells the box, and you can mount 2 of them in there. And then I bought the arms from somewhere else. Any route? What do you mean by that, Crystal? You can do any route you want. Take a sip of coffee real quick. Okay. So we have a vector. Well, we don't really have a vector. We're just connected up with what's our first one? Qatar. So, okay. Yeah, sure, I'm getting the dislikes today. Everybody must be mad that it's Monday. Frames always take a dip when you're coming onto the runway. I really should have lined up. V1, rotate. Positive climb gear up. $90,000 feet, yeah. That's where we're going. No autopilot.
Autopilot.
It's turning us the wrong way. It's trying to catch the backside of the magenta line.
Stabilizer motion. Stabilizer motion.
Thousand feet, so landing lights can come off. I didn't want to do that. And then the PFD screen came on all huge. I always recommend hand flying. It's a lot of fun. You can run autopilot all day, you know, when you're at cruise. It's good practice. Sorry I haven't said anything in a while. I'm trying to concentrate, but I'm about to turn the autopilot on in a second so I can get more into the chat. Cross-check the first officer side, 29902. Get our weather on. Hopefully it won't run the test, maybe if I get by it real fast. It's gonna do the test. Oh, maybe not, that's good. It's crazy to hear that thing shout out the wind shear alarm. Alright, we're all set. Thank you, VR Simmer. Other than that little autopilot mishap for a second, I wanted to see if I could just get it to run the FMS speed, but it wanted to turn around and catch the beginning of back by the airport. So anyways, I fly X-Plane 11 and I fly Flight Sim World a little bit. I was just kind of dabbling in that one. Now I'm kind of going to stay basically in the cockpit today. I usually like to go around and do different views, but yesterday I don't want the sim to crash again. really afraid of that happening. So I'll try to stay around here. I do need to get some screenshots though for the thumbnail. Or I guess I could just get one after. This checklist is so out of order. It goes pre-flight. That's weird. Pre-flight's in the middle. Right above after landing. Having a look at the popcorn clouds that are above us today, or below us now. My pros and cons of the other sims. Well, what I'll say about Prepared, the pros are, it has planes like this.
Cabin altitude. Cabin altitude.
What, we don't... I've never gotten that one before. Is it this one? What's wrong with the pressure? Hello. I wish it gave more information. Meanwhile, all the passengers are... Now the bleeds weren't on. Could that be it? Hello, plane spotter. I need a better checklist. I don't like this one so much. I have a Delta one that I should use. covers everything. I found things on this list that were missing that I had to add.
Altitude.
We're approaching 330. Oh, what was I saying before that little warning? The pros of Prepared is that you can get planes like the 717 here, the PMDG 737, 747, you know, A320, although X-Plane I think has the FS Labs A320 now. The cons to it is it doesn't, out of the box, look very nice. You have to spend some cash to get it looking decent on scenery packs and stuff like that. X-Plane 11 doesn't have all those aircrafts, all the study level aircrafts, but it looks fantastic out of the box. You don't really have to do much to it to get it look super nice. You're still going to buy scenery airports and things like that anyway. There's a lot of freeware with X-Plane 11, so those are the pros of that one. And then Flight Sim World is they're also going to suffer from not having study level aircraft, and it's still in they're still developing it, so it's not done yet. Can't give my final opinion of it, but I had fun flying it in Flight Sim World. We'll just have to see what they do with the final version. Hey Aviator, what's up, man? It has been a long time. Atlanta Center, that's what I was looking for. 1251. And jumping off. Alright, thanks for coming out. It's nice talking to you. Oh, look at that lightning over there. Everybody ready for the 4th tomorrow? Any of you got to work anyway? Or do you have the day off? I have the day off. I don't think I'm going to do any flight simming tomorrow. Maybe at night. Like I was saying yesterday, I want to do a flight for the channel, like a 4th of July special, where I fly around and look at the fireworks in Prepared. I know Vegas has them. Somebody told me 9 o'clock to midnight, and I haven't tried it out yet. And Houston is a really complex airport. Look at this. Alright, so I have that chart ready. We're a long way from descent, but I'll get that checklist ready. Oh yeah, we need to get the fuel page up. Okay. Put these over here. So just in case anybody cares, I have a Flight Sim Deck Instagram and Facebook page, if you'd like to follow. I upload short clips of various flights I do on Instagram. Facebook is just kind of a place where I share my latest YouTube videos. Sometimes I'll upload a picture or two. Had a couple of new followers yesterday on there. ETA is about 2 hours 20 minutes. We are here. Oh, we're going. I don't think I knew it did that. If you hover over your aircraft, it tells you all the stats. That's very cool. Preset, just clouds. George Bush, Intercontinental, surface winds, 6 knots out of 140. 93 there today. It's a decent temperature. Yeah, last time it crashed, we were going this way, right in here, crashed to desktop. I don't know. Atlanta's in that area. I don't know if it was trying to load in Atlanta or what was going on. Yeah, I gotta get PTA going, because these clouds aren't looking too nice. Is anybody doing any flights today? Any flight sim flights? I just like pushing buttons, honestly. Not people's buttons, but airplane buttons. Benjamin says, you just downloaded a mission in Norway. Seems pretty cool. Oh yeah, what's it about? Is this on FSX, or what's the mission? I love doing those missions, like, you know, the pre-made ones. That was my favorite thing to do in FSX. If I can get FSX working again, I want to upload some of those. Complete them. I want to start a series about that. Just doing the classic FSX missions. Hey, Paddocks. Ooh. Sorry if that was ear rape for you. How much longer till I land? Close to 2 hours. What kind of free add-ons are you looking for, Benjamin? Orbx has some free scenery add-ons that you can use. That lightning is pretty boss, though. No rain on the radar or on active sky that I can see, but it's out there. Whoa. Oh, we're on a turn. I thought we hit a little bump of turbulence. I have been flight simming for, I think, since 2014. Like, really into it. I used Microsoft Flight Simulator when I was a little kid and stuff like that, but I didn't really get into it to where I was regularly every week flying until, yeah, I want to say about 3 years ago, actually. So not that long when you think about it. And then I've only been flying this plane. This is maybe only my 10th time flying this plane, and I'm still not used to it. It takes a long time. I'm getting more regular with it. I took a break from flying this plane for a few months, waiting for some updates, but slowly but surely getting a little more comfortable with it. Do I want to become a pilot in the future? I want to get my private pilot's license. And I'm going to start, well, I don't want to say really working on it this summer, but I do want to go on a couple flights this summer, starting with a discovery flight. Because I've never sat in the cockpit of an airplane, and I want to see what that's like, so I'm looking into finding a flight instructor right now and what school I should go through. If I even do that route, I really just need an instructor. Could you take a flight from Copenhagen? I don't know how to say that. Kevik in Norway someday. Pretty good scenery when landing. Sounds good. Orbx might make some scenery for that, which will make it look even better. CPU's blowing out cold air, which is what you want. The room I'm in right now is really hot though. guess it'll be okay to turn the seatbelt sign off. It's pretty smooth. Follow up from Saudi Arabia. What's going on? Sure, Tom, go ahead. Oh, Daniel, I really want to do that. I really want to build the 737. There's all kinds of places now where you can buy the overheads and all the panels put together. It's my dream of doing that. Yeah, you can get the overhead with all the switches and everything. You just gotta add the lights and wire it up yourself for around $500. Thank you, Ahmed. No, it's not bad at all, considering all the work that would save you. Let me see if I can find it. Hope I don't crash the sim. I'll show you a website that has some stuff. Now there's official websites. This is on eBay. Oh, this one actually doesn't have the switches, but they do make them where they do have the switches. $550. They just cut everything out for you. Now, that's like a 737-200 right there. Let me show you something called Flight Deck. They're a little more expensive, but I think it's this one. No, it's not this. I think it's Flight Deck Solutions. Heyo! HR Aviation in the house. So check this out. They got the best, and one of the best MCP panels I've seen. But it'll cost you like 1,000 bones. And then they got like a fully working 737 throttle. And then they build you, just to save on cost, you can buy half of the cockpit done up for you. I think you can work it out with them to where you can get the full thing. Like, they have different variations. But this will cost you around Canadian, I don't know what it converts to in US. $7,000. I would say $7,000 for this is not bad. It's a lot of money, but that's not bad. Then they got the... They're not showing the overhead, they got the bracket for it. But that overhead doesn't look as nice though. I've seen much better overheads. Can I recommend any flights? It depends where you want to fly to. Man, that is beautiful. I think this is one of their sims. Man, that would be... I really want to do one of the motion sims. There's one called, there's a place called Flight Deck down in Anaheim, California. It's not a motion simulator, but it's a full 737 simulator. Yeah, here it is. And you can do, I think they got the F-22 for 16. And then they got a 737 sim. And I really want to do this one. I think it's like 200, 300 bucks. Yeah, 90 minutes for $279. It's not motion though, but apparently you get to sit in there with, I don't know if they're actual 737 pilots or what. There's a little tour video of it. Yeah, I'm using Prepar3D. Not, I keep wanting to say Prepar3D. I'm using Prepared. Yes. Look at this. I'm going here, man. When I go, I'm vlogging it, putting it up on the channel. Because I travel down to SoCal sometimes, and Anaheim's not too far out of the way. But I want to try to do it without any help. I wonder if they'll let you do that. Because I think I spent enough time with the NGX where I think I could do it. That's so cool, dude. I can't imagine how awesome this is gonna be. This is what I love about flight simulation. This right here, this kind of stuff. That you can build a cockpit like this and immerse yourself in a flight in this way. My parents work for Southwest Airlines, so I can get in their sims if I want to. Just have to set up a meeting. You should definitely do that and upload that to your channel if you can, if they let you film it. Almost halfway. Southwest is a good airline. Oh, nice. You work for Southwest too? Aviation 85? I always fly Southwest whenever I can. Whenever they're doing the route where I need to go. That's a generous airline too. Our flight was delayed 30 minutes once. I got 2 Jack and Cokes on the plane, and they didn't even charge me for them. I tried to pay, but she said just because the flight was delayed, and I'm like, 30 minutes, that's nothing. That's extremely nice of you to give me these for free. And then another time, my flight was delayed like 4 hours, and they gave everybody $100 credit. So that's why Southwest is my favorite airline. Alaska is nice too. Delta's very nice too on the long hauls. I've been on Allegiant, US Air when it was in business, American, Alaska, Vanilla Air. Did a flight from Japan to South Korea, but they canceled that route now. I have to say the scariest was the ride from the landing in Japan from South Korea. It was very windy, and it was like you would feel in big drops on approach. It was a little scary, and this is also before I knew a whole lot about airplanes. So, yeah. Daniel says, "What is your favorite aircraft to fly in flight sim?" I love the Airbus. I love the 737-800, the NGX by PMDG. I really like the Airbus now too with the new FS Labs one. They've created some really nice immersion for that. Okay. I flew them out to Hawaii and back. Just once. I've only been to Hawaii one time. I'm out in California, so it's a little easier to go since we're basically right on the edge. That's a little more inexpensive, I mean. Oh man, it is 100% better. Some people think the textures are a little nicer in the Aerosoft one. It is, dude, it is crazy better. It's possibly the most realistic study sim ever created. They did a really good job with it. I mean, just when you're rolling down the runway or you're taxiing, the little thuds you hear, simulating the lights you're hitting and cracks. They simulated pretty much everything. You have to try it out. It's expensive. I think it's around $130. But it's worth it. Maybe I can show you some clips. Let me see. Man, I'm really risking, like, my sim crashing. Let me try to find my latest flight with it. It's been a while, actually. St. Patrick's Day. Get these ads out of here. My typical music. Let's do a takeoff or something. That was an AI doing the hard landing. PMG 737 is awesome. Favorite airplane. I highly recommend it.
Then again, maybe not. This is Ireland.
Let me speed up to the takeoff.
A little bit. And then we'll be on our way out to the station.
anybody joining's like, what? I thought this was a 717 flight.
Public climb, you're up.
I don't remember how well I landed this. Let's see. Oops.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard.
Oh, I bounced it. No, I didn't actually. It wasn't really a bounce. This was like my second landing with it. I'm a little better with it now. This was back in April. I put this video out.
And we have done it. We have arrived in Amsterdam.
Yep. The PMDG is coming out between the 6th and the 12th. That's what I've heard. I heard something like that too. Like the MCP panel or something didn't function. It flies very nice. Yeah, it's a little more difficult. But if you've flown the A320, the Aerosoft version for a while, you know, it's all the same. You just have to be a little more careful. It doesn't do everything for you. I don't know how many of you were here for my stream yesterday in this plane, but it was really funny. The flaps arm kind of had a mind of its own. It kept coming out to the slats, and then I was getting the slat over speed, and it wouldn't go back. It kept moving back and forth, and it was actually pretty funny now that I'm looking at it. But it wasn't funny at the time. It was really distracting. I was trying to fix that while I'm flying an approach that I didn't know I was going to fly, because we had a sim crash, loaded it back in, and then it had the opposite runway programmed than I had originally had programmed. So it was just a big mess reloading the 717 in. It doesn't like that. Other planes like the 737, the PMDG, and the Aerosoft, those usually do well if you load them in from a safe point. But I've been having issues. This one doesn't like it. So far, we're doing okay. Still expecting 1.5 left and right. And I got 1.5. Is Prepar3D version 4 working good? I'm not sure if I will upgrade from 3.4 to 4. I say it's worth the upgrade, but you could wait a little bit. It's like we're saying, the PMDG, I believe only the 747 and maybe the 777. I know the 747 for sure. I'm not sure about the 777. Are only available. FS Labs A320, Aerosoft A320 aren't working. The Dash 8, can't get that yet. Gear down. You mean yesterday's thing? When the gear, I didn't have the gear down. Gear is definitely up right now. Yeah, there you go. 747, 777, and this plane right here, the 717, are all working. Yeah, it's better. Well, some would disagree, though. It's supported more than FSX. Yeah, I stick with it for a couple more months. Wait till everything is converted over. I only switched to it full. I was still using 3.4, but my 3.4 quit working. It quit opening. It would open up, it would load the little splash screen, and then it would just hide off into the background, and I couldn't do anything. And that was an issue a lot of people have had in the past, and everything they did to fix it wasn't working for me. Daniel, we're about an hour and a half away, hour and 20. We're right here. Sitting up at cruise. That was my plan originally, so I wouldn't have been restricted to just flying this plane as a jet. Even the Coronado stuff, like all the planes I have, which is the Cessna C208B and the CJ2, they're not even available yet. So you're okay to wait. If I could be using 3.4 right now, I would be. That's pretty much what'll happen. Even GSX wouldn't work for me earlier. I mean, you should have seen all the problems I had yesterday. It was just a nightmare to have all that happen on stream. Got the plane all set up, we're ready for taxi, and the engine for the for Houston quit working. So it basically wipes the airport out from the scenery. So I had to restart the sim 3 times to get that to work. Then we could finally take off, and then it just kept crashing. It was just terrible. But I uploaded it anyway. I left it on the channel. It's kind of funny now, and people are still watching it, so there's that. Do you think that the 717 would please an MD-11 fan? I know the range is quite different, but oh yeah, with the quality and work they put into this, definitely, because it's like a little mini MD-11, MD-80. $60, which I think is a fantastic deal for this. And they're constantly supporting it. Their support ticket system is really good. They're really out to help you, and they're constantly updating it. They've added a lot of features throughout. Yesterday we had a tailwind. Today we got a 6-knot headwind. The CJ2 works? Oh man, I'm gonna... That's gonna be my next flight then, if that works. Everybody really likes when I upload the CJ2 videos. Those videos get a lot of people watching them. I think people like that plane. That is good to know. I'm gonna try that. Oh, since I have a different crowd in here today than yesterday, I asked the same question. Do you guys know of when the fireworks show up in Prepared? What times and what cities? I know Vegas, I think London and New York and Seattle, but I can't figure out what time they're showing up. So I was wondering if anybody knew. Somebody yesterday said between 9 and 12 p.m., which makes sense. That would be the time to have them in real life. I haven't gotten to use the new 747. I really need to get it. I waited because I wasn't sure if I was going to receive a review copy or not, so I didn't get it because I didn't want to spend the money if I didn't have to, but looks like I'm going to purchase it. Yeah, see, I saw it in Seattle during the day, and I thought that was weird because it's during the day, you know? But I'm trying to fly somewhere where they have them at night. I want to fly around them and upload that for tomorrow as a video. And I tried to do the same thing last year, but that didn't work. It's totally clear out here now. Just a little bit of clouds. Hey, could you do a wing landing? What do you mean? And, by the way, what's up, DP Nation? Well, you already said hello earlier, actually. You were in here earlier. I need to upgrade my computer soon. It can barely handle P3D 3.4. Trees with transparent black edges. Looks so bad. Yeah, that could be a certain setting you got going on. But yeah, upgrading should help. Oh, wing view landing. I can show you the replay. I can't land it while I'm in wing view because I'll risk crashing. Assuming we make it all the way to the airport and it lets us get there. I'll do all kinds of replays. Waffle, hello. Quick one. Do you use high-resolution terrain textures on or off? There's been a discussion recently that this option is a GPU/CPU hog. Could very well be. I'm running the, not the 4K, the one below it. I haven't run 4K in a while. But also, when I would switch between the two, I didn't notice much of a frames per second difference in version 3. I don't know about 4 yet. I haven't tested it out. How are you loving your 1080 Ti? I'm on a 1070, but I've been thinking of upgrading it. Very slight performance difference. I upgraded it from a Titan X, which those two cards are very similar. And just a 1 or 2 frames better, honestly. It wasn't a whole lot of better performance. I only wanted to get the 1080 because I figured I could probably sell my Titan X for almost the cost of a 1080 and upgrade, and that way I'd have the most recent card. So that's what I did. And yeah, not much of a difference from what I had. I really need to upgrade the CPU now. I got a 4790K at 4.3, and it's just not good enough these days. So you're using a GTX 660 socket 1151. Could be your graphics card. Have you played around with the lighting settings and the shadows? Or the anti-aliasing? Aliasing? That's a very good rig right there. That'd probably be one of the CPUs I would upgrade to. I don't know how the i9 stuff is working out. I haven't heard much. We're getting closer to the coast. Coming up. Yeah, I think you upgraded to the 1078 gigabytes, overclocking it, and then a new motherboard, yeah. Get some good cooling too. That always helps. A hot CPU will also make it slow down. Oh, I think I have the 97A. It has a similar name to that. I can't remember. It's been a while now since I've upgraded my motherboard. I meant the i7. They went right past 8, didn't they? There was no i8 stuff, it's just i9 now, right? I do use VATSIM sometimes. Reason I'm not doing that right now is, like I said, this is not been running too stable for me lately. I've been getting a lot of crashes, and also I'm just not quite there in comfortability in this plane. When I fly in VATSIM, I like to be really comfortable in the aircraft I'm in. Some people don't care, they'll just go up anyway, and they'll be fine. But the main thing deterring me from doing VATSIM in this aircraft right now is just how I can't trust it. It's not the 717's fault that I know of. I really don't know what's going on. Hey Mungo. Good to see you. Don't see you in the streams too often. This is my second stream in a row. got some time off for this week. It's been crashing with this plane, but I don't think it's related to this aircraft. We went to the event viewer, and it was kernel-base.dll, which Tim, my friend Tim, explained to me. Basically, that that file is there to, I think it sends information about the CPU to other programs. And if it detects something that it doesn't like, or a program is doing something that it doesn't like, it'll crash itself, and it'll crash whatever you have open. So that's what was going on. So it detected something on my computer. It may not even be flight sim related. It could be a virus, it could be anything. It could have been Skype, it could have been whatever I had running. It did something that it didn't like, so it crashes itself. The file itself crashed itself, and it brought down prepared with it. So it's really hard to say. I'd have to do more tests. Right now it's running good. It also could have been related to I was switching around the views a lot to show the outside of the airplane. And the last time it crashed, I was doing the flyby view. And then when I went back to the cockpit, it just went to desktop. So could be something with chase plane. It's really hard to say at this point. Next plane you'll buy is the TFDI 717 for sure. Yeah, that would be a good choice. Water's looking good out there. I don't know if I want to stay with Rex or move into some of the other texture editors for clouds and stuff. I really like Rex. That was the problem with version 4 fixed after the hotfix. I have the hotfix installed, and the view change caused CTD. And cloud art is out now, right, for version 4. Yeah, I need to get NVTex. I think I'll do that this week. Right now, these are default. I haven't touched any of these yet. Still trying to get my version 4 set up the way I want. Let's go over to the first officer side. Pretty nice weather today. Yeah, that seems like a good thing to pair it up. Yeah, so it came out around the same time as Active Sky then. But Active Sky is 16, CloudR, NVTex. That's a good pair. A good trio. And I think the cloud transitions are a lot smoother too. They're a lot more seamless. Which is always nice. I still love the effect when you go through the clouds, how it kind of disperses it across the windscreen. While I'm at it, I'm going to set up these frequencies so I don't have to do it later. Hopefully the runways don't switch. Gotta find the chart for it. Cool, that'll be... Oh, sorry about that. Will I play Infinite Flight? The one on the phone? I still need to check that out. A lot of people use that. I haven't used it yet. It does, I know what you mean about how it behaves sometimes. Sometimes you'll just be going up and then fog will just fill the whole windscreen out of nowhere. It especially does that if you're trying to use some of the historical weather. It doesn't really like that. Yeah, I did not. I don't like when that happens. It's a little glitchy. Man, it's so hot in this room right now. I don't know. I don't think the computer's doing it so much. Just I got the door closed and I got these. Oh man, I just bumped my speed brake. I gotta be careful because my elbow here, if it hits this. Ooh. What's really bad, as I've done before, is for some reason my speed brake arm gets it changes to where it's the axes for the pitch of the yoke, and if I pull the speed brake out or bump it with my arm, it dips the yoke full forward. And if you're in the 737, that breaks the autopilot, at least the A switch, and that can cause a lot of problems. So I don't want that happening today. So far, everything's going smoothly. Little landing strip down there. You want to post a link? Sunsets look really good now in version 4. Especially around water. looking at the sun glare and all that. Let's see, it's 2:30 here. We're getting close. Yeah, I'm using dynamic lighting. That can hog up your frames too at night, with the way it illuminates the ground. It was really weird in this plane. What I encountered was, if I have the landing lights on here, it's okay. But as soon as I turn on the nose light, I'd get a massive drop in frames. That was a couple of weeks ago, so I don't know if it's still like that or not. Now, one thing in this plane with the minimums, in the 737 and the A320, you set your minimums 200 above the airport altitude, but in this plane, if you do that, it doesn't work, so it seems like it's best to leave them at 200. Otherwise, they go off way too early. So I guess it already calculates it in for you. So the elevation where we're going is 96. I was just looking at the descent checklist, kind of briefing. Hello! What's up, Doc? Man, every time I say that, I feel like Bugs Bunny. Because of your name. I have a couple X-Plane 11 videos. I'm going to start using it a lot more now. I just figured out the trick to actually get it to record. It wasn't letting me record with shadow play. It would kind of do a little freeze frame as soon as I started using the app. Oh, I gotta respond to a text here. Texting while flying. Well, yesterday I set it to, so the elevation was, I think 400. 400, let's just say it was 400. It was 400 and something. And I set it to 600, you know, 200 above the altitude. And then it went off at 600, not at 200. So I've noticed if you just leave it at 200, or 294, because it's 94 here, then it works right. Like, as of right now, this will be our approach. And it's 96 above sea level. Oh yeah, let's have another look at that. Hey, Spain spotter. You a plane spotter in Spain? 200 it is. Guess we're all plane spotters from time to time. I just got a new camera with more zoom, so I'm hoping I can get some shots in my local airport. I want to go back to LA with the camera and go over to that park by In-N-Out and get some footage. You haven't departed 5 right forever? I got the D3400 with 70 to 300 is good, man. I just got the I got the D71 or 7100, and I got the just the 18 to 140 on it, which is pretty good. I used to have a 300. I had a Nikon D50, and that was awesome. And actually, it actually ended up being 400 millimeters because of it was a film lens, and when it was mounted on the D50, it made it 400 instead of 300. That was real cool. You can get all kinds of shots with that. It was a 70 to 3. It might be the same lens you have. I had a D3200 for a while. What do you like about Raleigh? Just curious. Well, it's a Latin VFR scenery. Performance is always good, so I always like to pick that one. Yeah, it's a cool joystick. I got it for doing some Airbus flights and some fighter jet stuff. I just got DCS World not too long ago, so plan to use it for those types of flights, and also the glider stuff. Somebody gave it to me as a housewarming gift, along with Condor, the glider. That's a good stick. Look at that water. Looks like an oil spill. Sewage seeping out into the into the ocean. Oh, the airport just loaded in. What airport is that? Lakefront, New Orleans? That's probably the one right there. That's a lot of sheet. This is probably the only flight I do, though. It's long enough. 3-hour flight. Preparation was about 30 to 40 minutes, so pretty decent time to be streaming. Oh, it's flight simmer. Flap over, speed. Flap. Dude, that was pissing me off. Man, all you guys came in all at once. What's up, spotters? Again, yeah, I needed some redemption from yesterday. That pissed me off. That bummed me out. So, same route, kind of. We're just going the other way. Basically taking the plane home. I get a lot of my charts from airnav.com. I like airnav. Some people like SimBrief. You put in the airport, it gives you all kinds of information, everything you need to know, all the frequencies, all the runway information here, the straight up stuff that you might need to know. The magnetic headings, elevation, traffic pattern, direction, and then down here you'll have all the charts. They're all PDF, all the SIDs and stars. They don't have stuff that's out of the US that I've ever seen. Navigraph is another good one. JD Vlogs, what's up, man? Yeah, SimBrief is a popular one. And I really need to start using that more, actually. I have an account. I hardly go on there. And then if you really want to, like, if you need a some quick fuel information, there's a website, fuelplanner.com. Now this is not accurate because it doesn't account for the route you're taking, but you can put in your information and you get a quick little estimate of how much fuel you'll need. You get a little briefing too, cost index, but it's not going to be 100% accurate. It's just if you need something real quick, you can use that. I'm flying in a few weeks. Video coming out too. Practice flying, maybe touch and goes. Have you ever done touch and goes there before? Do they have a website? I'm assuming they do. Hey, what's up, George? I like looking at these airport websites. You can do your laundry. Look at all that floating popcorn. Do anyone know a website I can get Taxi to Gates Orlando scenery? You should be able to Google it. It should be on there. You should get a link. Yeah, something should come up for that. I might do another flight tonight, not on stream. Something in the Piper. ETA, about 30-40 minutes. How do I get it in US currency? It should convert. They probably use PayPal or something. Rick, please do the Canarsie approach soon. It is easy, just get it out of the way with, so I stop bugging you. Maybe I'll just do a video of that approach alone. The winds have to be correct. I can't just do any, I mean I can, but I usually use Active Sky with the live weather. I could just upload a video with that approach, of that approach. It should, when you pay for it, because I've been on flight sim websites where I pay for stuff in euros, or it's a euro price, and then it just converts it to US for you. So Alaska does that route. America. America. You know the rest. America Day tomorrow. Not much. Like 40 minutes. We're getting close to our descent. Hey Shane, if you're still in here, so yeah, we gotta do a shared flight in this. It's also a lot easier having somebody else in the cockpit with you, so somebody can handle checklists while the other person does those actions. It's a heavy workload when you're doing it by yourself. Even for a sim, it's still a lot to do, and trying to maintain the flight. FS Pilot Shop is okay. Because companies always want the money. Oh, it already knows that the runway length is 10,000. Well, that's nice. And it knows the elevation. Good, good. So far, no crashes today. It must be I haven't been messing around with the views as much. So maybe that was it. Maybe it was Chase Plane. It's not, Chase Plane is not a final version anyway, and I'm running the experimental version, so who knows. For real, why do people dislike? We're just sitting here at cruise. What am I doing wrong that makes you want to dislike my video? But it is a placebo, as it is anyway. Which noise? I don't know. Their speed right now is hold on. The ground speed is 464. We're flying at 275. Well, Striker can suck it. If you don't like my channel, why are you watching my stream? Hey everyone who has Ultimate Traffic Live. I have Ultimate Traffic Live, and when I set it to 100%, 50% for general aviation, it's so much realistic and there is no frame per second loss. Well, that's good to know. Which plane were you talking about with the engine sync? The 717? I haven't noticed. I'd have to go listen. Sure it's not the gear going up? What plane are you guys talking about? You're talking about this plane? Because when you trim in this plane, you get the, oops, almost dropped my ring. You get the bitch and Betty letting you know. Oh, the MD-80, okay. Sorry, I thought you were talking about this plane for some reason. Stabilizer motion. A lot of people think something's going wrong with the airplane when it does that. But it just means you're trimming, in case you didn't know. thought I remembered it flying the profile for you. I guess it doesn't.
Altitude.
Oh, if you hit profile, apparently. Hey, what's up, David? How's it going, my friend? Hello, Sharper Travel. Oh, no worries at all, man. You can DVR it later. The full thing will be up. This is arguably the best part of the flight anyway, so you're right on time. It's busy next couple of days, you know. The 4th and all. Yeah, flying the TFDI livery today. Just because I'm not doing a route that any of the airlines do in this aircraft. I think it is overkill. It doesn't really help. It's okay. I'm not sure if the performance is taking a hit from the sceneries I'm flying at or what. Haven't had it at enough airports yet in version 4. They're a very good company. Their rendition of New York is incredible. They've also done Seattle, I believe. They do incredible work. Will eat you up on frames, though. Well, their New York's really good. Not that it's optimized the best, but it looks really nice. I know, I hear you, man. Dude, you could run this on NASA, like a NASA supercomputer, and you'll still get problems. I'm not even running close to high settings. This is not on VATSIM. Oh, almost hit 18,000. But also, keep in mind, I have not I have not made version 4 look pretty yet. I'm not running NVTEX, PTA, Rex, nothing. Not even cloud art. So I'm basically, except for the ground textures, airports and aircraft, I'm running everything at stock, so it doesn't look too nice yet. I'm with you on the demo thing. Just for the sake of testing it to see how your computer will handle it, see how performance is. As it is now, usually, unless you're getting Flightbeam or FS Dream Team, you don't know how it's going to handle until you've already purchased it and installed it.
Altitude.
X-Plane has a lot of freeware.
Altitude.
Ground texture's looking a lot nicer now that we're getting more inland. They were kind of ugly on the way in. Alright man, thanks for coming by. Try to have a good time at work. No, I'm not on VATSIM. This plane's been crashing on me too much to get on VATSIM with it. I was lucky to make it all the way through this, but who knows? Could crash while we're on approach. Yesterday on stream it crashed twice to desktop. First time I had to start completely over. The second time I had a save point at cruise, but when I loaded it in, it didn't have any of my settings saved. It thought the plane was at the gate. So if you can imagine, and then the flaps kept coming out on their own. It was so screwed up. Today's been good though. The event viewer said it was kernel-based DLL that did it, which is a piece of code they have in there that communicates with the CPU. If a program on the computer is doing something it doesn't trust or it doesn't like, it will crash itself, and then it'll crash whatever you have open. And I don't know why it did that. I'm suspecting it was something with Chase Plane. I'm just going to leave it on FMS speed and see what it does. Hopefully it slows down. If not, we'll just go around. Which is... left. loading in the airport. Just the TFDI, because Delta doesn't do this route and Hawaiian definitely doesn't do this route. So I'm just going generic. It just boggles my mind, man, how I got a pretty beast of a system, and I'm running my settings pretty low. And just look at how it performs. It's the airport, though. The airport just loaded in. We've already gone through the checklists. What's the temps? Oh, we don't need actually, I don't think we even need the anti-fog on. Big cloud hovering over the airport. Yeah, I got the hotfix running. Installed that on the second day it came out. Really goes, you know, airport to airport. Airport paired up with a particular plane, then with the surrounding scenery. So many things, so many different pieces of software made by different companies. Still loading in the ground textures. Hey, what's good, Andre? I almost called you Andy. Check bow. Okay.
Stabilizer motion. Stabilizer motion. Stabilizer motion.
All right. Oh great. Oh, because I just clicked out of here. I was gonna say the flaps ain't working. Hope it doesn't do that to me again.
Autopilot.
Thrust isn't going off with the buttons. Hit them twice. I'm just gonna kill it with this. There, it went off. Can't see the PAPI lights.
Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope.
.12 little crosswind. Frames per second are making this really hard. Oh, and the airport didn't load. I can already tell. There's no terminals or nothing. Man, FS Dream Team, you're really... So I don't know how this is gonna go. The elevation might be all off and everything, you know?
$500. $400.
I was wondering why I wasn't seeing the
300.
PAPI lights. Well, they're kind of there. They're faint. Or did it load? Maybe it did load in. I can't tell.
Minimum.
I gotta focus.
Glide slope.
100.
Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope.
50.
Glide slope.
30.
Glide slope.
10.
Glide slope. Glide slope.
Come on, nose, get down. Front like to float. Oh yeah, in this plane especially. Rear mounted engines. Hello, the flying moose. Let me go park, and then we'll do some all kinds of replays. I may have to put the flaps back out for them to show up in the replay, I'm not sure. It's usually how it goes. Doesn't really matter where we park because we're not an actual airline. But I'm cool with the way that went. Oh, is this cargo over here? Hell, let's just park it over here, who cares? Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, the textures don't show up on replay, so that's nice. We're gonna do several. We'll do several views. I don't know, that's what Active Sky gave me. But when you don't have ATC, but that's 2 days in a row, man. It's like I don't even want to use FS Dream Team products anymore. But it worked at least. Hello, Omar. Is it Omari or is it Omar? You're a regular on my videos. You're a very nice person. I see you in what's his name stream? Bull Bosphorus. Omari. Okay. Dude, I'm sweating up in here. You wanted it from the front, right? There's no airport. No runway. That's another thing that annoys me with their software. Yeah, I'm done. I don't care what they make. I'm not even going to buy their Charlotte. The fact alone that you can't even do a replay. It's that engine they run. If they quit using that engine, I think it would be fine. Flaps were out, don't worry. This is just because they're already put up on the in real time right now. There we are. Well, it always did that. Even in version 3 it would do this. So this is the same old Same old tricks. Ah! It's hard to get that first try. Want another go at that. This is what it looks like when I record videos. See how funny it acts? It just came back from the replay, and it thinks it's flying still. It's got an issue with how it caches. Now I can't, now nothing will respond. Parking brake's not working. Oh, those are working. Well, parking brake won't come on. Engines won't even shut off. This plane does funky stuff when you come back from replays, so I guess we won't do the shutdown. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I can't do any more flights. This was already about 4 hours. Oh, there we go. Now it suddenly snaps out of it. Really weird. That's really strange. It's like it takes a while to load. Okay, so maybe we will do the shutdown. Oops. Whatever. Alright, Shane, thanks for coming out. I'm gonna be getting off in here in just a second anyway. And that's that. Alright everybody, thank you for coming out for the stream today. Glad we got to do another one 2 days in a row. You all have a happy 4th of July, and I'll see you next time on the next video that we plan.